What's happening? Brett Miller. This is Choppin' Ain't Easy, coming to you from the fort in Loveland, Colorado. Hey, we're messing around with my Lowrider S again. It's got the 131 in it, a new clutch, a few miles, and we're getting ready to get it up on the dyno. One of the things we have to do to get on the dyno is put some different O2 sensors in this pipe. So we're not quite sure if they're going to fit in the stock locations or if we're gonna have to make another location for it. But that's what we're gonna be starting with now. And quite possibly, when I pull the exhaust off to do that, I missed a few of these transmission bolts, putting 12 points in there. I do believe I have those with me. If I have them with me, I am probably going to take that end cover off and get those, installed. Check it out. Just to make sure, I'm gonna take out top one. Make sure that I do have the right size.
Note to you aspiring YouTubers, if you have your microphone hooked to your sweatshirt, don't take it off and put it in a pile on top of the toolbox. Your audio will not sound very good. So during this portion of the video, what we're working on is changing the O2 sensors that come in the pipe. The ones that came in the pipe are the Harley Davidson narrowband O2 sensors. That's what Harley runs on their bikes. For tuning purposes, Randy needs wideband O2 sensors, which are much larger. So we weren't sure if they were gonna fit or not. We knew the front head pipe would work just fine. We weren't sure if the back one would, if it was gonna run into the cases. So we were fitting them at that point to see if we could actually put the pipe back on. Otherwise, we were gonna have to take my heat shields off and put a hole in the back pipe in a different location, which once we were done tuning, we would then fill and put the heat shield back on so it would never be seen. But it ended up that we were able to install this pipe with Randy's wideband O2 sensors for tuning purposes.
Like I've said in the past, please like and subscribe. Share the channel with your friends. Feel free to comment down below and I will try to respond to everybody's comments. Check us out at the fort, Loveland, Colorado. Thanks a lot.
All right, Randy's getting the dyno all set up. I'm gonna go warm up the lowrider and bring it up here for him. So he's got the pulled up into the dyno room. You can see he's gonna look on that computer there and make adjustments to what he's doing. But a lot of the information that the dyno is giving him is actually on that larger screen up in front of him. Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. And we're gonna just kind of check out how this goes. All right, so we're gonna get hopefully this runs pretty well. I think no matter what it does, I think it's going to run good in a bike this size. Because just with the cam that it had in it, it ran damn good. All right, so Randy's just taking a look at all the air-fuel ratios in there, and what a lot of people don't think about when they hear a dyno tune, they only just want to see that sheet of paper where it says, what's your max horsepower, what's your max torque. That's just wide open throttle. That's one thing. Do we ride wide open throttle? Yeah, once in a while. That's not the standard, so you have to get it to run good at all RPM ranges. So the chart that he's dealing with is kind of cool. It's dealing with percentage of throttle, how far are you twisting it, 10%, 20%, all that stuff. And then what RPM range are you at? So those two are matching up. That would be one of those cells. So the cool thing with fuel injection and dyno tuning is back in the day, you kind of had to make a choice when you were building a motor. Are you gonna get decent mileage or are you gonna go fast? So if you were gonna go fast, you probably made it rich and you were gonna get bad gas mileage. This, you can a little bit have your cake and eat it too. You put a big ass motor in there with a big ass can, you're not gonna get great fuel mileage. But most of the time when you're riding around, you're 20% throttle or below. So you don't need to make it as rich at that point as you do when it's wide open. You can a little bit have your cake and eat it too. All these other RPM ranges need to be tuned properly, otherwise all you have is a drag race bike, right? That's the one that everybody brings to the bar and they show the piece of paper. I don't really care what the numbers end up being. I never have. I just want the bike to run as good as it can to make sure that at all different RPM ranges, the air-fuel ratios are where they need to be. The numbers will be whatever the numbers are gonna be. Randy is letting the computer figure out some of these air-fuel ratios for him, but he's also speeding the process along just because of his many years of experience of doing this. He's kind of going, well, it hasn't gotten to this part yet, I'm gonna go ahead and do it myself. So that's kind of what you're seeing him now. And then he's gonna run it some more and just refine that tune, because you never are able to just put a map in and have it work right, for a couple reasons. Most of these maps were designed at a much lower elevation than we are here in Colorado, and two mechanical items are not going to run the same. Even if you were at sea level and you had two similar bikes or two exactly the same bikes, they're gonna run a tiny bit different. Are they gonna be close? They'll be really damn close, but two mechanical items are not gonna run the same. So anyway, check it out. So what you've been seeing, again, is Randy taking it through all these different RPM ranges. The other thing I failed to mention is when you're on a dyno, it's not just a wheel that's spinning freely. It can be, but it can also be loads. So that's how he's able to get into all those different areas. It's like going up a hill or having your buddy sit on the back. Don't ride Manda. But nevertheless, you can do all that here on the dyno without having to go down the road and hit all these different cells with percentage of throttle and RPM ranges. So as he keeps doing it, it keeps refining it, it keeps getting closer and closer, and each time he gets back in there, there's less things for him to actually change. That's kind of where we're at now, is he's just kind of refining the whole thing. The computer that he's looking at on the smaller screen, that's the actual tuning software. That's giving him all the ability to change all these things. The large one on the screen in front of us is the software from the dyno itself. Now, that's telling you, what your RPMs are, speed with the wheel, miles per hour and stuff like that. So he's getting different information from different places. All right, well, you saw most of the dyno tuning process. We're not quite done with this one yet, but we do have to pull it down. We actually have paying customers that we need to get up on there and get their dyno tunes done. So Randy's up there right now working on some more bikes. I need to get all of this put together so you guys can see a video this week. So we will revisit this at some time. It's probably, 90-95% of the way finished. And there's just some spots in the tune that we're still gonna mess with. But like I say, folks that are coming in the door and paying money take precedence over my stuff. So that's what we got going. This thing should be quite a runner with the numbers that we are already hitting, you know, without everything being exactly the way Randy wants it. It's pretty impressive, especially when you talk about a motorcycle not quite as big as my touring bike. So, you know, soft tail with a 131, this thing ought to be able to go down the road and get you right up to trolling speeds. Remember to like and subscribe. Tell your friends about our channel. Come see us out here at the Fort on Highway 34 in Loveland. Let us modify your bike and get it up on the dyno, get it running as good as it can be. So hope to talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. This is Choppin' Ain't Easy. We'll see you next time.